In cast film, we're taking PVC, plasticizer, different pigments, and making them into a paint. And then we actually paint or coat it right onto a substrate. We think of it as a substrate, but you can think of it as a mold. That's why casting is called casting. You're painting right onto a mold. Now, you and I don't normally think of a mold as being 6,000 feet long and 60 inches wide, but it is a mold nonetheless. When we're done with that film, the face that you, the sign writer, uses is actually the face that was resting on that mold. If we wanted to make a carbon fiber cast film, we cast on a carbon fiber base. If we want to make a matte, we cast on a matte base. The key here is that we made a paint. In making that paint, you can use very, very high molecular weight or large polymers to do that with. Molecules that are a little difficult to deal with in their raw state, but they make a film that is so stable in application that you almost can't do any better than that. Once the casting is finished, you've got a product that has gone through an oven, wet, and slowly dried out and finally brought up temperatures around 400 degrees in order to cure. But when you cure materials with that high of energy, it usually means it takes a lot of energy to destroy them. And that really ends up being the difference. Cast film is only 2 mils thick. Calendared film is almost 3 mils thick, yet cast film lasts almost twice as long. It goes through almost every sort of application that vinyl can be put into and survive. Calendared film can cover about 70% of those applications, but it's that top 30% that separates the men from the boys. You can see why cast film is a more expensive product to buy. It is certainly a more expensive product to make. But when you go to the other side of the coin, the end user benefits by all that because you're able to make a thin film that is highly flexible, completely malleable in areas such as fenders and covering car mirrors and all kinds of things like that, including thermoforming. That calendared film doesn't have a prayer at. The process for manufacturing a thermoform sign exposes vinyl to very high heat, over 400 degrees F. At the same time, it stretches vinyl up to 50%, while demanding that colors stay consistent and that the film will last more than 7 years. Cast film is your only option. Now think about a vehicle wrap. A vehicle wrap is the hardest application for vinyl. The film needs to be durable, conformable, and paint perfect. Conforming to door jambs, deep channels, and all the other difficult areas of a vehicle is a job that only cast film can do.